some, what do we think for fuel? So I did PFPX this or SimBrief it. If I go to ground service, or not ground services, if I go to pre-flight, our flight time in a 767, or sorry, 737 is an hour and 6 minutes. So according to the quick fuel planner, it's 503 nautical miles. We'll put in a hold. We'll put in 710. Okay, we'll put in 6,400 kilos. $6,400 sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go ahead and connect the ground power unit. We'll connect the air supply. And six.
On the IXEG, we actually have to disconnect.
We have to what?
I think we have to disconnect in order for me to fuel.
Okay. Should we do that after we turn on, or?
No, let's disconnect now.
Okay, go ahead, disconnect.
400 in.
And I'm putting 64. I'm taking it down 64 and doing instant. Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the more annoying things they've changed.
Oh, you're gonna do a. You're gonna switch into X-Plane and do the 727 out of ASE. Nice. Where will you fly to from ASE? Do you know yet? The CRJ2 does holds. I think there's a rumor that Jsnapp's working on a smart Copilot config for the CRJ.
Yeah, I'm so close, but not quite.
Should be easy enough coming Las Vegas, parallel entry, 8-mile legs. Nice.
But does the CRJ actually do holds? I thought it did, but a lot of people say not. I can't remember. It's been years since I really flew that plane all that.
Do you want me to try to reconnect?
Yep, you can reconnect to it now. All right.
Okay. All right. We ready for checklist?
Yes.
Okay. Let me reset my views here. I got my field of view a little jacked up here. Okay, that's better.
Pretty sure everyone's going to end up doing Las Vegas to Aspen. There's really not any other reasonable options unless you just want to start earlier in the day and fly from somewhere else in Pilot Edge, I guess. But if you're trying to do like short legs, that's the only real routing.
Flash, when you ask the question, what are the requirements for the IXEG? I have no idea what you're asking. Do you know what he's asking?
Maybe system requirements? Not the most frame taxing plane, but like all planes, you just want to have the best city you can have.
Okay, let's go. Gotta adjust my.
Okay, trainer, you don't need to say be right back. You know, no need to ask for permission to go to the bathroom. Just go and come back. Oh, it's getting hard to hear me?
You don't understand. I've trained my viewers to ask permission to do things.
They're saying it's hard to hear me.
Well, let me turn you up.
Yeah, I'm talking a little quietly.
Oh, you're coming through my microphone. Through my speakers. Now talk.
Hey guys, can you hear me now? Check, check. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you're very loud now. The system requirements. I don't know. I would say you probably want 16 gigs of RAM. You know, ideally an i5 processor at minimum. And probably a GTX 600 series minimum. I don't know. X Aviation site might have minimum specs, but okay. Let's go. Do we want ground power, or does it matter? I guess it doesn't matter. We are in Vegas though, so I probably should do ground air supply. Yeah,
What's your altimeter read?
2983.
Yeah. What altitude do we read?
2180, 2190. Is that what you're reading?
No. I'm reading negative 890 on one side and 80 feet on the other side. Very disconcerting.
It's not boding well for our shared. What happened?
Oh no.
Which is and your
2983. Turn on the battery.
Okay, go ahead, turn the battery on. Let's put the position light to battery.
Okay.
Start the APU. The 767 totally messed up the flight yesterday, so it failed to try out, and the Q400 727 passed. Okay. For the Aspen event, where are you guys going to fly from? Yeah, we're flying from Vegas. Assuming that this goes well. All right, EGT rising. Hello, Steve, and Tannerman. All right, APU gen.
All right. Now my instruments are working.
Okay, good. Position light on. Oh, you were always on. You weren't on battery before. Okay.
Oops.
It's okay.
Thank goodness we didn't drain the battery.
Yep.
All right. Like my girlfriend did last night with her car. Okay.
Oh, snack. All right, let's do IRS alignment. This one you really don't. Yeah, there you go. You didn't over-rotate. Woohoo! No pun intended. I will set the position initialization on the FMC. And our reference airport will be Kilo Lima Alpha Sierra.
All right. Which air rack do you have, by the way?
That could be a problem. 1609.
All right. We're good. That's what I got.
Ah. We lucked
Although maybe
out.
we should update for the afternoon.
That's the
Although maybe
latest.
No. It expired on the 18th of August. Oh, no, that is the latest. You're right. Yeah, that's the start date. Yeah. Okay, we're good. All right.
Yeah. What is the route everyone is going to be flying? It'll totally depend. Hello, Demon Unicorn. First cup. Okay, next on the list we'll do Yadampa on. Fuel pumps on.
Pumps on?
Are you sure? I said fuel pumps on. Did you get that?
Yeah, they should be on.
Nope.
Oh, I think we had this issue before. Fuel pump's not syncing. But you could turn your fuel pumps on.
Galley power on. Is that not syncing? Oh,
Galley power on.
you're just running slow today.
I haven't used this play in a while now. All right.
Emergency exit lights on.
Emergency exit lights on. You can close the guard.
Passenger seatbelt signs.
Okay.
Window heat.
No heat. On.
Hydraulic pump on.
Hydraulics on.
Set a course. Flight director. I'm going to turn my side on if you want to turn your side on. And our course looks fine for now. Can you set heading 250, please? And for the STAV, Chevy, did you do a STAV 6 departure or did you do the Las Vegas 4? So STAV 6, RNAV. Go ahead and set altitude 13,000. And then let's just remember at STAV we'll up it to well, we'll see what the FMC does.
Are we doing this not on the network?
Yeah, we'll just do it not on the network for now.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did STAV, Bryce Canyon, HVE, Pittman double. Okay. What we're doing is STAV, BCE, SAKES, JNC, and then the double, and then RNAV, GPS, Foxtrot. So STAV, BCE, HVE, Pittman double. Is that what you'll be likely getting tonight, maybe? Or a person coming from Vegas? I think the only difference is that I'm going SAKES, JNC to double, and you're going HVE, HVE, Pittman double. Okay.
I remember what the names of these are.
Yeah, that the route that I got from FlightAware this morning is it's one that's filed for
what airlines fly this route?
One filed for
Vegas to Aspen.
This one's filed Thursday. There's I guess it's this Thursday. I don't know what airlines fly this route. Let's change it. Let's change it up here a little bit. I'm gonna go BCE.
I don't mean to alarm anybody, but I think we're being followed.
Harry 80804. Thank you for the follow. So we'll go. Let's do the same one that Chevy did. HVE PITMN double.
What's so great about his route?
Well, it is the route that the last flown route on the STAV 6 was this exact route.
All right. Okay.
Pittman double. There you go. All right, that's fine. All right, next on the list, let's do auto brake RTO.
Brake. Go.
And then I'll program the FMC. So
Okay.
I'll come down here to route, Las Vegas, to Kilo Alpha Sierra Echo, destination. Flight number will be, what's Frontier's code again?
FFE, I believe.
Or is it FFT?
Oh, yeah, you're probably right. FFT.
Yeah, FFT. So it'll be FFT
Fast Fourier transform.
572. Our route. We'll do departure. Las Vegas. Stav 6. Bryce Canyon transition. Runway 25 right. We'll activate that. Departure, arrival, Kilo Alpha Sierra Echo. There are no stars. We won't put in the approach then, so we'll go to route. So we're going Stav 6 BCE. And then we're going direct to Hotel Victor Echo. Pittman, Papa Italy, Tango, Mike November, double, DBL, and then to destination. I guess we can put in the Aspen arrival. Oh.
DBL is Red Table VOR. Hear that today?
What is? What's what?
DBL is Red Table.
Oh, the VORs were called Red Table?
Yep. Hotel Victor Echo is Hanksville VOR.
Hey, Torvinator. Hello, Harry. Hello, Wayne. And there's the approach, or the flight plan that Chevy's doing from Aspen back to Vegas. There's going to be many holds at Red Table tonight. I think you're right. I don't want to do a hold. Okay, so we got RNAV Foxtrot and we got RNAV Zulu, but in the ForeFlight, they only have Foxtrot. They don't even have a Zulu. So I wonder what's up with that. So we'll do RNAV Foxtrot. Transition double. Execute. All right, let's look at our legs. All right, so we got coming out of Vegas, we've got Leland, Thomas, Battis, Meadow, Stav. Okay, let's do our performance initialization just so we have that all good to go. 0 fuel weight of 40. Reserves of 2. And oops. And we're going to cruise. What should we go to? Should we go to 310?
Sure.
Or higher? 310? Okay.
Yeah, we can do 310.
Our N1 limit. We'll do no D rate. Flaps 5 is fine. And there's our V speeds. Okay, so now we've got Leland. Okay, we're up to 7,000 to Meadow, and then at Stav we're at 13,000. So after Stav, then we can put our MCP altitude up. Let's not forget that.
Okay.
Okay, recirculation fan on. Auto. Left pack auto, right pack off. We should practice a hold on this fly. Yeah, probably.
Absolutely.
Only thing on a hold you got to worry about is the procedure turns. Yeah, in a big plane too. Maybe a non-standard left pattern requiring a parallel entry. You know. The 733 is unknown if it will hold as published.
Okay. We know will not hold, and we won't be disappointed.
All right, so we got left pack auto and right pack on. Or sorry, right pack off.
Yep.
Okay, bleed 1 and 2 on.
Okay.
APU bleed on. Let's set our landing altitude to 8,000. And we can go ahead and start that pressurization for flight.
Set our flight altitude.
310. Yep, there you go. Altimeters have been set.
And we should set the cabin altitude. 10, 100.
What are you going to set it to?
You have to set the cabin altitude to the depending on your flight altitude, right? So in this plane, it doesn't automatically calculate it. That little like.
So what are you putting it to? How do you know that's the number?
I use the gauge down here at the bottom, right? Right underneath
Oh,
it,
I see
that
what you're
little
doing.
strip. Yeah, so 31,000, you go to 5,600.
Okay.
Okay.
What's interesting to me though is you set the cabin altitude at an altitude that's lower than what you're going to be landing at. That's weird to me.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming it figures that out.
It depressurizes. And also, rest in peace airspeed control, since the 733 has no drag to handle that 6.5 degree glide path. This is going to be fun. Okay, let's go ahead and do packs off.
Okay. Off.
Well, actually, turn the packs back on. Well, I take it back. We'll do pushback.
Right.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to...
Instruments have aligned, so we can push back.
Okay, I'm going to do pushback. I'm going to do pushback nose right. Pushback is in progress. All right, so now you can go packs off. I guess you probably already still have them off. And we can do engine start number 2. And I'm looking for 18% here, I think, instead of 20.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Did you add fuel yet?
Yep.
I didn't do it on my side.
Really?
Snack. We're going to hot start if I don't add fuel. There we go. So that used to work between us.
Yep.
All right, let's make sure that we don't hit the plane behind us. And we did. Tail strike. Okay. That was weird. Do you want to make a couple notes?
Yeah, why did we turn this way? Yeah. I wrote down a note, but I can't imagine what the issue.
All right.
Leave your panels out, your plugins out. Weird.
It was weird. So you're okay. Yeah, that's not syncing. That's weird. All right, go ahead and turn on engine 1.
All right, I'll call out when I put in the fuel.
Okay.
$13, $14, $17. Fuel added?
Yeah, it's not animating. Is it animating for you?
I
Yeah.
mean, when I push the lever, of course.
But does the engine go up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. I wonder if we're synced now on our engines.
Well, we can check when. Which gauge type do you have?
Modern, more
Yeah.
modern. What are you showing on the engine 2 for the N1?
21.6,
EGT?
501.
I got 485.
What about N2?
600 or 60.
I have 61.3.
That's not good. All right, we'll continue. See what happens. Gen 1 and Gen 2 on.
Hopefully they'll settle together by the time we get to the. How much fuel do you have? 3150 in each tank?
3190, 3170.
That's another problem with this. But that one's not solvable. Until IXEG wants to me. Okay. What were you saying? Sorry.
Gen 1 and 2 on.
All right. Gen 1. Gen 2, Gen 1.
And pitot-static heat on. Any ice is not required. Left and right pack auto. APU bleed off. Engine start switches on continuous. And flaps 5. Trim should be 3.4. I will set the trim. Taxi light on.
Lights on.
And I'll taxi out to runway 25 right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird that that was weird that we didn't. Because it seems to me that when we did the IXEG before that, those fuel levers did a sync. But we haven't changed anything, though. That's the weird part.
I've never had any problems with fuel pumps or fuel condition levers.
Yeah.
You have runway follows terrain on or off, by the way?
I normally always have it off. But maybe it gets reset when you
double check. You would double check that.
Yeah. Is that under? What's that under?
Rendering options.
Yeah, I've got it off. Well, I got birds and deer off. I'm going to turn that off.
Yeah, birds and deer on, you mean?
Yeah, turn that off, yeah. I think when you initiate a bird strike failure, it automatically turns that on.
Yeah, I know. I've had that problem.
You've had deer on the runway a few times, haven't you, since you're...
Thanks, John.
All right, so we'll go up here to Bravo. Cross Charlie. Go to Bravo. And we'll go to Bravo 1. You had an issue with Rush on the IXEG. In shared cockpit, what issue did you have? Or I'm assuming you're talking about shared. Yeah, on shared. What was the issue? Oops. Steering works. our engines weren't synced. So same as us then. Okay. Huh. It seems like when we did this shared before, it worked just fine. In fact, I did shared with Josh early on in an earlier version, and everything
Yeah,
worked.
in many ways, things have gotten worse, I feel like.
Well, but is that because of the config file or because of the plane?
Mostly the plane, I think. I mean, not that the plane itself is worse, but that there's been a few changes that make it worse for Smart Copilot. But
Oh, okay. Oh, Tanner Man's done a shared with you, Justin?
yeah, but I feel like we also had some serious problems. But we did do one time.
He says it worked perfectly.
Oh, okay.
So
I
you
think he was master, I was slave, and we didn't have serious problems.
master and slave, and you cheating on me. Those don't go together.
Yeah, but my plane keeps thinking it's landing right now. The landing plugin keeps popping up.
What are you? We're running. Oh, wait. I remember when FSX Guru and I had the different airport elevation, and we crashed here. That was fun.
But that's not the issue.
No.
We both have the modified one.
And you're running 10.45, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Maybe I should go to 1050. Yeah, crosswind 2406. We got no route filed, but we are doing a Las Vegas to Aspen. And we're just going to line up and wait. Okay, what's your N1, EGT, and N2 right now? On 2.
N1 is 21.6 and the EGT is 501.
Definitely not synced.
Now, I have an air conditioning light on my master caution. You have that?
No.
Getting duck overheat lights. Door full open. Okay, yeah. Okay, alright. Give it a go.
You want to turn the APU off?
Off. Bring this anti-collision strobe on.
Okay, I'm turning the auto throttle on. Yeah, you're doing lights. Inboard, yep, looks good.
Thermometer started. Okay.
Do you still have a message?
On the yeah, duct overheat.
Huh.
Maybe that's because we're in Vegas. All right. The before takeoff, flaps set, stabilizer trim set, cabin call, transponder not needed. Morning. Okay. Yep, we should be good.
I'm just adjusting my sound so we can hear a little engine take off. Because I'm not hearing anything right now. There we go. Okay, taking off. I'll go 40% and then I'll engage toga. Dang it, toga's not working.
You have to use the
Well, no, I had it mapped.
the X-plane one for this.
I can't. I don't see it. I mean, it's on the throttle quadrant, but I'll just go manual. Did you turn my auto throttle off?
No. Oh, I don't have my throttles forward here. Now try it, Toga.
No. Did you turn my auto throttle off again?
No, my throttle's forward. I'll bring it back on.
Okay.
Give your throttle forward.
Yeah, full forward. All right. We're at 135. Pitch for 15 degrees. Gear up, please.
Gear up.
I'm engaging LNAV, VNAV, and autopilot.
Okay.
Okay, gear into the off position.
Right. Gear off. Flaps up.
Flaps up. Yeah, so that was weird. My auto throttle kept coming off.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're supposed to be at or above 5,000 in 5 miles, so we're way above that. I guess as long as we're at or above, it's okay.
Yep.
Golf course. Looks like it's flying the Stav 6 pretty well.
Yep.
Nice turns. Lucky so.
I'm gonna be very curious to see how many people show up for the event today.
Yeah, I would say a minimum of 30, if not 50 or more. How many?
Okay.
Yeah, how many do you guys think will show up? I mean, Albuquerque, it was probably 70
I don't mean to
over the
alarm
night.
anybody,
What time
but
of the
I
year
think
was that event?
January.
followed.
Okay. Yeah.
FSX Pilot 221, thank you for the follow.
All right, should we clear ourselves higher?
Yes. We're not quite at stab, but we're fine to go higher and fly via the MCP. Considering how late it is on a Sunday, that may limit the turnout. That's true. But how many people will go missed? Oops, I meant to do... Hello, Subsonic.
Oh, I so want this plane to be perfect. I hope they get that hotfix out. The
Subsonic.
mythical big 0.15 hotfix or whatever that's supposedly coming out.
For what?
For the IXEG?
Oh, they're going to 1.
You guys were at Flight SimCon. Tyler was drawing on napkins. And
Oh yeah, the
all
1.1. Yeah.
pages and
Rumor of 1.1.
yeah.
Hello, Goose Milk. Demon Unicorn. Looking to buy FSX or X-Plane as my first flight sim game. Any opinion you could share? Well, Demon Unicorn, I would go and do the free demo. Type in !welcome here in the chat, and you'll get a link that'll come back to you. !welcome. You'll get a link to a video that will walk you through setting up the demo for your first flight. From Catstrato. As far as choosing between FSX and X-Plane, I don't have X-Plane. I ran FSX, or I ran Microsoft Flight Simulator since 1986. I ran it for 30 years, and I will never install it on my PC ever again. But there's a lot of nice things about both sims.
For me, the only thing that I really wish I could try out was the
!welcome.
Q400. But by the time Jack gets around to updating his Q400, I'll have a bulletproof, smarter co-pilot system for him to use. So we'll make it even better than Majestic, you know.
The Lake Mead looks really good right now. One thing that you will not get in P3D or FSX is this type of scenery. But you do have a lot more options as far as planes and airport scenery in P3D or FSX. So there you go, !welcome. Come back to X-Plane when you grow up. What are you saying, Crosswind? That's a beautiful Lake Mead and surrounding mountains. Hoover Dam over there. All right, let's set standard pressure. 29902 on the captain side.
992 set on my side.
And our standby set to 29902.
Bring the landing lights off.
Landing lights off. Do you still have duct warnings, etc.?
Yeah. Not clear to me why.
GJY10, if you type in !ortho, that will be the answer to your question. Can these planes be controlled with just a keyboard and mouse, or is a joystick required? I've never tried to fly a plane, an X-Plane, with the keyboard and mouse. I've done it in FSX. But
hey, we have the ultimate mouse pilot here, Chevy. He used to fly all the time with a mouse. He was the master at mouse flying. I mean, he would do good landings with a mouse. Amazing. Guess that's what makes him a real pilot, his ability to fly with a mouse.
All right, so a little story I heard just recently. So they had someone was being demonstrated a military vehicle, and inside the military vehicle, their weapons control system had an add-on to it that was in the shape of an Xbox controller. A steel Xbox controller, but with the same buttons and knobs and everything, and that's how you controlled your weapons.
Huh.
Can't remember the name of the vehicle though, but it was kind of fascinating that they're like,
Oh, that reduces training requirements.
exactly. Except don't download the one in that thread. Don't download the Ortho 4XP from the Dropbox. I think in Oscar's signature, the latest Dropbox version would be a good place to start, don't you think?
Yeah, he made some changes recently, and then that introduced one tiny bug for some people, but then I'm assuming he's fixed that and synced it because he published the fix and whatnot. So if you go to his Dropbox link in his signature and download Ortho 4XP, it should be in good shape.
Okay, we're making the
Okay,
turn at
all right.
trailer.
So True Fright agrees.
You mean the download one from the Dropbox?
Yeah. Yeah, don't download the published, uploaded file on the org. or
Oh,
whatever.
okay, yeah.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, you should take that down or something. I don't. Or update it or something. But you could set org files to be download links from places like Dropbox, so he could do that. I don't know. Anyway, I gotta sync those changes into Snap Ortho 4XP and get back to tiling.
Yeah, and we got to fix the Great Lakes and
Yeah. Oh well, just a couple more days left of my antibiotics. Hopefully, I'll be all better.
Grand Canyon, I guess, as well. We got to figure that retry that one.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be fun tonight, whatever happens.
Yeah.
I do believe there are going to be. In fact, it might be kind of fun for someone out there that's a streamer, just to have their stream on the field the entire time.
Oh, that's an interesting idea.
That's what I did. So for the Albuquerque event, is I had my stream going for. I was the first one to land, and then I sat down and did free camera all over the airport all night, and they had multiple runways, and just tons of people coming in.
Judge Media Zone, that kind of depends on your ability to follow instructions. You follow the instructions in the Ortho 4XP documentation, which is quite good and clear, and follow them to the letter, then Ortho 4XP is quite easy to set up. Just takes many steps, but it's pretty robust, and it runs real well. G2XPL is much more turnkey, so you can download it and go.
So the question could be, how quickly can you get started? G2XPL would be much faster, but once you had Ortho 4XP running well, then it's the same time frame, unless you're doing multiple zone levels or zoom levels.
Yeah.
What did we program in for our approach? We're doing the RNAV approach, our RNAV GPS Foxtrot approach. Yeah, we need a Skyhawk on the field. Yeah. Yep. Well, like last time, I took off from just north of Albuquerque, about 60 miles, and I flew the Skyhawk into Albuquerque because they didn't in the posting for Albuquerque fly-in, there was no stipulation. But in this post, Keith said fly in from somewhere in the coverage area. So technically you should take off from SoCal or Vegas or Canyon or San Francisco and go in there. But last time we did have a tower controller that had a constant stream of the field from the tower view as he was controlling. And that was kind of fun. I can't remember if that was Kevin or Harold or who that was, but if you go and look on my YouTube channel, you'll see you can just type in the Albuquerque Pilot Edge event, and it'll come up with a couple hours of landings.
Well, it looks like we're set up for runway 33, ridiculous.
No, we're set up for runway 15.
Really?
Yep.
It says runway 33 in our page here, no?
That would be
Right,
wrong
Steve?
then. Let me check it out. That would be bad. Oh yeah, that's not good. Double. It didn't choose the, see over here, we've got the runway 15. Huh, interesting. Uh-oh. Our plane just turned a little bit as I was making that change. It's still runway 33. Well, that sucks. Departures, arrivals. I thought when you choose the... Oh, okay. See, RNAV Foxtrot 15... Why wouldn't the RNAV Foxtrot 15 choose runway 15? That's interesting. There, that's better, right?
I mean, if you want runway 15, which I think we do.
Yeah. It explodes as soon as you select runway 15. Uh-oh.
What is your data source for your nav data, ridiculous?
Gizmo crash incoming, Chevy says.
Because we are running NavGraph, latest AirRock, for example. But maybe if you're getting a different result, you're running Aerosoft or...
Yeah, are you running 16? Did he say he's running 1609 or no?
I don't know. Oh, you still have what the plane shipped with.
Oh, yeah. I would.
Well, you would think that would be the safest, wouldn't you? Because you would assume the developers would test with that. But that's not a...
But they can't test every
that's not a safe
approach.
assumption. Yeah, they certainly can't test every approach, no.
Yeah, update to 1609, and I think you'll be good. Technically, you could circle to 33. Yeah, from the RNAV Foxtrot. Okay. I still have... Okay.
But it's frustrating as heck, because if I was writing an FMC, I would set up like a black box testing system where you could literally have the FMC fly every approach. Like, not every approach, but I mean, it could fly thousands of approaches in artificial time, right? Without having to actually load up X-Plane.
Yeah, you could actually choose... You could, well, and at a minimum, you could say, okay, just all of the approaches for all Class C and B airports in the U.S.
Yeah. And the other thing that's kind of crazy is definitely one of the things that's been a common problem with FMCs is the ability to change the routing once airborne and whatnot, right? So you kind of would expect that they would have made that bulletproof, since they would know that that's like a feature people are going to love, and B, common problem. But
Yeah.
then again, I've never written an FMC, and it is kind of interesting to see that different developers seem to have stumbled into similar problems over the years. So,
Yeah. Juju Juju Media Zone. It's amazing how much of the southwestern portion of the U.S. looks like desert. Well, that's because it is.
Yeah.
Yes. Jsnapp and I are both using zoom level 17, 18, and 19 on the approach corridors and departure corridors. Is that right, Justin?
Yeah, basically, like, it's zoom level 19 right around airports, and then zoom level 18 on the extended runway path. Ish.
And then 17 everywhere else. So in theory, the two airports below us would have 18 and 19. Or is this not... the smaller airports not as much? Or yeah.
No, every airport.
Every airport. So this is...
The amount of 18 is kind of a function of the runway size. I made it a little bit a function of that, but mostly it's just everywhere.
And this is St. George, and that's the... well, St. George is back there. This is... oh, yeah, that's St. George. That's weird.
Yeah, you could fly a CRJ out of St. George if you were looking to do the Pilot Edge event from somewhere other than Vegas.
That's St. George back there. There's the old airport and the new. And then up here is Hurricane, Grassy Meadow. Okay. There's a really awesome golf course right there called Sand Hollow.
So is that Zion we're flying over here then?
Well, no. Well, is it? I know we're going up to Bryce Canyon.
Yeah, but I think right down below us here is probably Zion
Yeah, I think you're right.
Canyon. With the
yes,
Virgin
Zion National
River.
Park.
Yep, with the Virgin River.
Yep. According to the sectional chart, we don't hit the Zion National Park for another 6-7 miles ahead of us, but yeah. You're looking at it, yeah.
Yeah, so this is probably Zion Canyon, and then this is like Angel's Landing. Yeah, this is Angel Landing, and then here's the bend in the river up to the Narrows. I don't know if you've ever been to Zion Canyon. My grandparents used to live right outside the canyon down here in Springfield.
I love Springfield.
Yeah.
Springdale.
Yeah, Springdale, sorry.
Yeah.
It's been years since I went there.
Hello, Flying Jackal. Flying Jackal stumbled in. Does the... okay, so Crosswind 2406 has a question. Maybe you're better suited to answer that.
Okay. Crosswind is where?
He asks, do you do... with Ortho 4XP, can you do multiple tiles at once? Or
No, not with the current Ortho 4XP, but I wrote extra Python to enable you to do that, to make the tiles build in parallel. And that's something I fully intend to share with everyone here. I just need to make it a little bit more robust and maybe add a GUI and stop working on Smart Copilot and Pilot Edge World first. But yeah, I'll try to get that done here in the next few weeks. But it worked real well. That's what we used to tile the entire United States in how long? A month and a half?
Yeah, about 6-7 weeks.
Yeah.
It was all automated. It was awesome. Let's see. Let's catch up here. Does the 733 simulate the Southwest engine ejector feature? That would be nice to have. Ant Cruz, we are going to Aspen. We've got probably another hour. No, maybe. 47 minutes. 47 minutes before we're in the airport area or maybe on the ground.
So, True Flight, it's sort of true that you can do multiple tiles from the command line the way it's written, but that's not exactly true because it actually generates conflicting temp files. For example, it creates a script to run in GIMP that is not named tile specifically, it's just individually named. And then, let's see, a couple other things like the mass, I believe it makes that are temporary, are conflicting and whatnot. So you could run a bunch of tiles and get away with it, but occasionally you get an issue with that because it might be trying to make a batch script at the same time for two different tiles. So I made just a few changes to Oscar's code just to make it.
Did you
so that-
crash?
no, I just was changing my rendering settings, so I
Oh.
kind of hung. Why? But I'm back with you now.
You shouldn't change your rendering settings in the middle of a shared cockpit.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just watched the multi-twitch and I saw that you're loading X-Plane. I'm like, what the freak?
Okay, freaked you out. But yeah,
All right, Zip Gaming. Can anyone give me tips on how to do an ILS landing in the 767-300? Well, make sure that you're at the initial approach fix at the correct altitude. That's my one tip of the day. XC Pilot, hello there. Let's see.
you must be looking at your beam chat or something.
No, I'm at Twitch. I'm
Oh.
just way behind. Flying Jackal. So I have a question for you. I was going through the iPad on the 767. Did you work on the 767 flight model? Because your name, I think, is listed on the in the iPad credits. I didn't know that you were freelancing over there. Is that true, or do I have the wrong last name for you, Jack? I think it was cool to see your name listed there. I think that is you. Question for you. I got a new computer and copied my plugins folder over to my new PC. Half my plugins aren't working now. Some that I installed recently also just aren't showing up in the plugins window in XP10. Any ideas? Well, I would start with, no plugins, and then put one in at a time into the plugins folder, and then see which ones will show up by themselves to see what's going on there. And then, of course, the XP admin plugin would be a very basic plugin. Hopefully that's listed there, and you can see what's enabled or disabled. Are you using X Organizer? Let's see. Stage.
Was your previous computer a Mac and your new computer a Windows machine? Or the other way around, by any chance?
So technically, Flying Jackal did do some work on the FMs or on the 767 from Flight Factor. Not much. Enough to get your name listed. That's cool. And enough to say you worked on the Flight Factor 767.
Yeah, it must be why it flies so well.
Something to be.
Now here's another interesting question. How come you have clouds and I don't have clouds?
So our weather is not syncing. Did you load the new SkyMax?
Yeah?
Do you have the real weather connector on? My real weather connector is on automatic.
I do not seem to have real weather connector showing up, even though I just solved it.
And I
Maybe
must
I
s- I
maybe
must go ahead.
I don't know.
I must say these are some beautiful clouds actually. It doesn't get any better than that.
Do you have real weather connector set to always?
Yes. Real weather connector is set to it's not set to always, it's set to automatic
Okay, yeah.
and never change visible weather. Whatever that means. Hello, Mermoz. Good to see you. I think he's in your chat room.
Oh.
Gizmo still crashes on 1.0.5. Are you running 1.0.5? Mermos, how you doing? It's a pity that you and Jsnapp weren't able to meet up the other day. You're two of my favorite.
Well, we'll meet up real soon, hopefully.
Yeah. How many terabytes of ortho do I have? FSE, Tony B, I have 12. That is US and Europe. Although I did find some duplicates the other day, so it might be 11. No, it's probably 12. That includes the entire US and the Ortho 4XP, and then Europe in G2 XPL. Any rumors on the next IXEG update, or anyone have any idea? I really don't know. I mean, the rumor mill said that Tom was on loan, was it, from Laminar to IXEG, or they're still, and he's going back to do some work with Laminar outside of the IXEG, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, my understanding is that he works at Laminar and that he took a leave to finish the IXEG, and now he's back.
See ya, Flying Jackal. Thanks for stopping by.
But I think my source for that was Gibbs. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just spreading a vicious rumor.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know either. I have no idea when their update's out. I will say that I'm pretty happy with 1.07. I'm not in any rush to get anything different. It seems to be fine. There's a few approaches that it does a steep jump down, but
A lot of people are having crashes out the wazoo, so I don't know.
crash in. But are they? I'm having crashes with SkyMax, and that's why I was happy
No, I
to
mean,
get
they're
this new
having
update.
They're having the Gizmo
Oh,
crashes.
Gizmo crashes. Okay.
Yeah. But then again, I mean, I don't know. Like Aerosim Gaming, his 767 doesn't work at all. His IXEG doesn't seem to work, so I don't know what the curse on his computer is, you know.
So his 767's having problems as well as his IXEG?
Yeah, well, I mean, he certainly has had the problems that you and I saw the other day, like with that pitch down. But
Yeah.
then he installed the new UP 767, and he was having all sorts of problems with that.
Huh.
So did Chevy, though. So that may just be specific to that plane. But the IXEG is definitely giving people soft crashes in 10.7. That's why a lot of people think they ought to go back to 1.0.5 or whatever. But
Well,
okay so far.
Here's the thing: is I bet you there are more than half of those people that are having Gizmo crashes are running 10.5 X-Plane. Release candidate 2 or 3.
Maybe.
That's what I'm thinking. Tannerman, when a new update comes out for, say, Real Weather Connector or SkyMax Pro, they automatically give you new downloads. So, for example, I think I was out of downloads for the Real Weather Connector, and because they came out with an update for it, it popped me back up to 3.
That may not be true for hotfixes, though. But
Hotfixes, it should work just because that's not a...
X Aviation supposedly is really good about giving you more downloads if you just email them. I don't know.
You
The
need
only
the
time
new...
I've ever had a problem updating a plane was I bought the original 737 from Jack's site, and then lost that, or I took a break from X-Plane for multiple years. So I just bought a new one from the org because he was on vacation for like 2 months. I was too impatient.
So ridiculous. Well, let me ask you this, Jsnapp. Do you think that the AIRAC could be partially responsible for Gizmo crashes? Or no?
Yeah, because it's a data source, right? And what the FMC is doing is reading that data, and it has a real sensitivity to the data. They've been trying to, quote, harden it, which just means, like, you know, you should make, if you write something to read data, it should be the case that it doesn't read data and crash just because it read data, right?
All right, so Ridiculous needs to update his air rack.
But that'd be my first suggestion.
Do-
If you're having a lot of problems with the current, like with the default air rack, would be to install like NavGraph.
And you can just do 1
air
month of Navigraph for like $7 if you want. Just 1 month, you'll get 1609, or you can do the year. I do run the Navigraph charts on occasion, but for $7 you can get the new AirRack 1609 and see if you still have issues. Because I'm running 10.45, I'm running 1.07, and knock on wood, I don't have any crashes. The only thing that I have had crashes is the SkyMax Pro lately. And that was on a bad METAR data, but apparently this brand new version of SkyMax Pro 3.3, they fixed some of the issues with some METARs blowing up the sim. You've emailed them like 3 times in the past month and a half, and they have responded. Huh.
Just don't mention my name. They don't like me.
They don't? What'd you
Well, I got banned, right, for a week from the forums.
do? Oh. That's ridiculous.
It's kind of my fault because I should have known to just roll over and play dead when in that situation. But,
Oh, that was the same week I got banned from Reddit.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I have this old-fashioned gentleman's desire to defend my honor, so whatever. Don't like being attacked in name publicly, personally, that much.
DB Vetter, I was about to say the same thing, but I wasn't sure if I was going to or not.
Yeah, that's another way to do it. Take it public, put it on their Facebook page, and then they'll get right on that. That's like the modern version of claiming you're going to file a complaint with the Better Business Bureau.
Just ask nicely.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And use your alter Facebook ego to ask nice. No, just kidding.
Just beg. Beg nicely.
I don't mean to alarm
Flight
anybody,
Deck
but I think
Alpha.
we're being followed.
Flight Deck Alpha, thank you for the follow. Please also go over to Jsnapp1982. Give the man a follow. Yeah, I would have thought that the weather would sync between us. So there's a little bit of difference in what our... I swear the weather... Well, no, I take that back. We flew Kavik before. So I don't know if it did a sync before.
Well, so a couple things. One is it's definitely the case that despite trying to install Real Weather Connector today, I do not have Real Weather Connector installed in 10.4.5. Maybe an oversight, or maybe something went wrong. But so there is that issue. So even if we had like certain METARs synced, as it interpolates between them, maybe it doesn't sync. But pretty sure the way it's supposed to work is just every 5 seconds your weather syncs to me. So take a look here.
Don't do much to break us up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna read the SmartCodeBot file. Scroll down here. Look in the flow sec. Yeah, see? Weather, cloud tops, dew point, runway friction. Every 5 seconds.
Demon Unicorn, to answer your question, why did John Fly get banned from Reddit? I got banned from Reddit, but only one thread. Do they call it a thread? And the reason I got banned was, I guess the definition was self-promotion. Because when I would go live on Twitch, I would send out a URL on the forum saying, I'm going live, I'm going to show this, whether it be Pilot Edge or this plane or this plane or this plane. I would just announce that I'm going live and this is what I'm doing. And I guess there's a rule against self-promotion. Some people wrote to me and even responded publicly in the forum saying, don't ban people who are posting content that may be of interest. Some people say, we learn things from John Fly. Sometimes they learn what not to do. But anyway, the idea of you going and posting, whether it be YouTube links to your channel or Twitch links or whatever on the Reddit forum is not kosher. And apparently, I wasn't really reading the forums regularly, but apparently several of the admins tried to send me direct messages via the Reddit message system. I didn't even know I had messages in. And they said the main reason you were banned is that you weren't responding to the direct messages from the moderators. I'm like, oh, well, I didn't even know they were there. So anyway, I guess, and it may have only been a 2-week ban. I think it was a two-week ban. I could still read, but I couldn't post. Let's put it that way. And and since then, I have yet to go over there and post that, hey, I'm going to debut a brand new. I mean, for example, Jsnapp1982 is the first guy to ever create a shared cockpit file for the 767. To me, if I'm a Reddit forum reader and I go out there and say I'm going to post shared cockpit for the X-Plane 767, that to me is interesting and it's valuable information for people out there, right? So why? Yes, it's self-promotion. I'm trying to grow the channel, but at the same time, it's information that helps the community. So I understand they just don't want just a bunch of irrelevant spam posts, and they figure, well, you can go over to Twitch and find out who's streaming, but I don't know. I was trying to do some marketing. Have you ever, let's see, have you ever flown an Aspen approach? No. I did a visual approach. I did a visual approach in the Navajo and in the Caravan and one other plane. Didn't you and I do an approach?
I think we did do an approach in there in like the Navajo or something.
Yeah.
And I feel like I did a bad jet approach or something. But if you guys look at my stream right now, including you, John Fly, I'm looking at the 767 or 737 Sparkle file. Weather seems like it should sync. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I do see here that for some reason we have these fuel levers commented out. So I don't know why. But
so that's why our fuel levers didn't sync?
So that should be fixable.
Okay.
Heck, are they commented out though?
Yeah, ridiculous. I think that they did reach out to me and I didn't get back to them. So, but I do think there's a value. Now, some people that are going to go out there and they're not, maybe they've been flying the 737 NGX from PMDG every day on stream, 3-4 days a week, and they just fly, on VATSIM or whatever, and they're constantly doing the same content, and they keep posting a link on the Reddit forum of their same plane, same stuff. Maybe that wouldn't be of value. I don't know, but yeah, they did try to contact me, and I didn't even see it. So, but they got my attention when they banned me. Which I didn't know I was banned for 3 or 4 days. The other part of it, too, is if you're one that's not going in there and participating in the forums and responding and looking, and you're just there posting, that's probably not good for the growth of the forum. All right, so you can change the comment file for the fuel levers then?
Yeah, I'll do that for the next flight, I guess. Or
this is very pretty down here below us.
Yeah.
Where's our top of drop?
Ahead of us.
140 miles to the next waypoint. All right, I'm going to change the range on my side here. We're supposed to be at flight level 213 at Pittman. Okay. So I guess I'll do a step through here. So if I go down here and I change this to plan, now I'm on step. Oh, I'm going to change the range.
So I wonder, for people that are here in chat, if I look at the approach plate, I'm supposed to do this hold over red table, right? Like
I don't
it's
mean to alarm anybody,
right
but I think we're being followed.
turn hold or whatever. I forget what the exact technical term is for that.
Future airline pilot, thank you for the follow.
Question would be how we enter that hold, since we're flying in from the southwest.
And FSE Tony B, yeah, I'm unbanned. I think. I haven't even checked. R0J0JP, welcome to the channel. The scenery, if you type in exclamation ortho here in the chat, exclamation ortho will give you a link to the tool that we're using to create the scenery. And Evil Nando, do you know a way to automate Ortho 4XP to build multiple tiles? So, Evil Nando, I don't think you were here earlier when Jsnapp was explaining. So it does one tile at a time, but he has some scripting that will go out and start the next one. But it's not, he wants to do some refinement on that project before he releases it. So
Here's an interesting question for you. What is your fuel flow and fuel usage right now?
fuel flow and fuel usage is 1.00.
Okay. That does sync. But my throttles, for some reason, are showing as at idle.
Your thrust levers are?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Does the VNAV work properly? It has most of the time for me. And so now that you guys have been flying the 733 and your honest opinion, is it worth the $75 and must have a comparison to Jack 732? FSE Tony B, I would pay $100 for the IXEG, to be honest. I'd pay $100 for it. And I love the 732, and I'm hoping that Flying Jackal will pause the 707 development and make it so I can have the FMC in the 732. If he does that, I'll be a happy camper. Would you recommend playing with FS Economy? Absolutely. Most of my YouTube videos are FS Economy. I've been doing a lot of FS Economy in Europe lately. Does Jsnapp's version do the road overlay as well? Go ahead and answer that, Justin.
Yes. So what I wrote is not. I mean, so to answer FS Tony B's question about whether or not I created Ortho 4XP, I absolutely did not create Ortho 4XP. A very nice guy, Oscar Pilate, over in Europe did put it together. Very impressive, and really stitched together a lot of sort of existing code and wrote some other code to parse the OSM data and everything, and it works great. So what I did was I wrote some code on top of that, also in Python, which is what Ortho 4XP is in, where I basically run all the various steps of Ortho4XP in sequence in a batch mode. So I generate the mesh for tiles, and then once I have the surrounding mesh for all the tiles I need for a given tile, I move on to doing the next steps for that tile and whatnot. And I can do, a bunch of tiles in parallel just to keep the whole machine maxed out the entire time. So I wrote that code on top of Ortho4XP, and it's designed so that with just a couple of tiny changes to Ortho4XP, which hopefully I can get Oscar just to incorporate into his code, it just works with Ortho4XP. Like a control system for Ortho4XP, I guess.
We just had a weather load.
No, Tony B, I haven't really brought up my code with Oscar yet. I wanted to get in a little bit more of a stable state and then kind of show it to him and get his feedback and see what he says.
The 727 and the 732 are the best airliners for any sim. That is Chevy Rule's opinion. I do not agree with that, but they're very close.
I think the 727 is the best classic airliner, and the 732 is basically the same. It's just 727 is a little bit more of a complex and impressive job. And then 767 is probably the best for the classic airliners of this vintage that we're flying right now. And then the IXEG has a lot of promise to get there, or perhaps even surpass it. We'll see. And then I think for the most fancy, like fly-by-wire airliners, I'm definitely a big fan of the SSG 170 now. And then the JAR A330 and their development, which is actively being developed, is very impressive as well. There's no question though, the 767 version 10.25 runs better than the IXEG 733. Fewer bugs, or glitches, or peculiarities. Especially if you throw in the desire to do Smart Copilot. But this one's getting there. And I love this plane. I mean, this plane has really good soul. I don't know. I like the feel of the cockpit. The sounds are great out of the box. I don't know. It's a lovely plane to fly.
I would say you have many categories where things excel better than others. I would say that the 767 has the best FMC in all of X-Plane. Hey, Depot Shredder. I would say that and to answer your question, Assad, we're doing Vegas to Aspen. We're coming up to Pittman, and we're going to do the RNAV GPS Foxtrot approach, maybe. I would say that my favorite plane is this plane. My favorite plane is the 733. And then tube liners, if you're only ranking tube liners. My second favorite plane is the Cessna Airfoil Labs 172. But if you're just doing tube liners, I would say it goes 733, and then it goes 767, 727, 732. But the 732 will supplant, is that the correct word? Supplant the 727 once it has FMC capability.
Yeah.
I'll post the route here, Assad.
I mean, the 727 to me is more impressive than the 732. It has more complex cockpit and maybe even systems and whatnot. Beautiful 3D model, etc. Great to hand fly. But whether or not you prefer the 732 or the 727, that's going to be up to the user.
I think the aesthetics in Jack's planes and the IXEG are much better than the Flight Factor cockpit aesthetics.
Yes, agreed. Okay, so if you look down here at the right side FMS, I'm on the holds page.
Okay, True Flight says the 732 can already use the XFMC just like the 727. Does the 732 have an auxiliary knob on the autopilot where you can tell it to fly the XFMC? I also would like it to be integrated into the cockpit and not have to use a 2D pop-up, but I don't think you can. Can you tell the XFMC and the 732 will fly the XFMC? How do you tell it to go into that auxiliary mode? I haven't tried it. The
I
732.
agree with you, Chevy. There's no hand flying.
Yeah, the flight dynamics are awesome on all of Jack's planes.
Okay, John, so if you look at the right FMC here, I have, I'm on the holds page, and we can enter a place to hold at. I was going to give that a try.
Oh, don't do too many things with the FMC.
Well, we got to practice this, right?
But we can land and then go practice it.
One way to look at it. But the hold is actually kind of part of the arrival, right?
Okay, go ahead.
So, let's see what happens here. It's good at Gizmo Crash. No. Okay. Does this even work?
You can't enter anything.
Guess not.
Oh, there is a GPS nav switch. Okay, so you could use the 2D XFMC is what you're saying. Okay. I want it integrated.
Okay, so we're going to have to do a manual hold, I guess.
So that would mean that we'd fly. Let's say we were put into a hold. Does that mean we'd cross the red table? And is it red table? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, red table. We'd cross red table, and then we would circle around counterclockwise. Go out. Is it like go out for a minute and then come back around? Or do we
8-mile legs.
8-mile legs? Okay.
It's,
And that's you can do that off a DME.
yeah, it's clockwise.
Well, I was thinking
Right
if you cross over red table, then you're going to go counterclockwise to do the loop, the hold.
I'm pretty sure you have to follow the direction of flow on the. That's one thing I don't know. Is Chevy here? He's a real pilot.
Well, what I'm saying is that once you. Oh yeah, you're right.
I guess my question was indeed how to enter that cross double turn left 316.
Do you do a parallel entry and then do the clockwise?
346. Well, I mean the parallel entry over a VOR is kind of crazy. I think you intercept the 346 radial from red table, fly 8 miles out, and then take right turn to 166 inbound. That'd be my guess.
I don't quite understand that. Say that one more time.
So you want to fly outbound course 346, so you get to 8 DME, then you would turn right to fly inbound on 166 radial, I guess.
And then you'd keep looping until you got clearance.
Yeah. But
Okay.
the only question is, Chevy, like if you're flying a hold around a VOR,
Stand by. Can you dial in 12,200 in the MCP?
Okay. 12,200.
Thanks.
Do you use the radials or do you just fly?
You don't intercept on the entry. You parallel. Okay.
Okay, you parallel what though?
Oh, there's Mermoz. What would
Hey,
Mermoz?
yeah.
What would Mermoz do? Is my bumper sticker.
So if you're looking at if you guys are doing the multi-twitch, you look in the lower right corner of my stream, I have kind of the plate up.
He said or Assad says after station passage. Where's station passage?
Okay, so after we fly, station passage would mean after you fly over the radio nav point. Yeah, the question, Miramaz, is just how to fly this hold correctly. And we want to be on the 346 heading outbound and 166 inbound, and we want to make right turns. That part, I think, is pretty clear from the plate. But
Yeah, Mermoz, we're looking at the RNAV GPS Foxtrot approach. RNAV GPS Foxtrot approach. We're coming in from Pittman, Papa Italy Tango Mike November. And this is, again, the RNAV GPS Foxtrot approach at Aspen, Kilo Alpha Sierra Echo. And we're wondering how to do a hold at Red Table.
okay, so the box flies the parallel entry. But let's say we had a FMC that was still in development and didn't have the ability to automatically enter a hold. Let's turn outbound to parallel the inbound course. Okay, so after we pass Red Table, then we would turn outbound on 346 heading. But so then we're going to be to the east of Red Table. Okay, we begun our descent here. But then after we get eight nautical miles out, and then we turn right. Then that's gonna basically have us flying a hold that's kind of to the east of where they show it on the chart.
Oh, so he's saying fly over the VOR then. Hello, Emma
Yeah.
B.
Or do
Hello,
we
Huff
turn
Daddy.
outbound before we actually get to the VOR somehow? To try to gauge that.
Man, I'm confused.
Yeah. And then my other question is, do we fly headings and try to do wind correction, or do we fly radials? Because if you fly radials, then it's not really a loop. It's going to be like on top of each other. So, all right, cross Debo, turn left heading 346 for 1 minute. Then turn left, intercept. But if that's a left, okay, so, all right, Cloud Cities. So, is that the entry you're describing? And then once we make that entry, fly over here, turn left to go outbound, then another left to re-intercept the inbound. Okay, so we don't fly out 8 nautical miles on the first entry. So you guys are describing 2 left turns to enter a right turn 8 nautical mile hold pattern.
I'm not sure, Emma B, if there'll be any 767s coming into Aspen. Might be a little difficult. Could probably. Okay, so absolutely fly over VFR, turn left to go outbound, then another left to re-intercept. And then you just hold that?
Heading with wind correction. Oh boy. Does this plane publish our track?
Well, my question is if we do what he says, we're not on that little racetrack at all.
Well, we fly past the racetrack. So it'd be like you overfly the airport, so to speak, if you think of it like a traffic pattern. You overfly the airport, and then we're going to turn, like, left to intercept the downwind leg back towards the airport, so to speak. Right? But it makes sense. Now I understand. Here, I can draw it on my screen here.
Okay, Assad, it looks like it has summed up, reiterated. We have, okay.
Come in like this.
Man, I'm confused. That's right, Tony B.
Then we come in like that. Come in like this.
Why don't they just have the racetrack on the other side?
Well, because if you came from the other direction, you'd feel different about that.
That's true.
All right, so if you're looking at my stream, I've drawn it.
I see what you're. Yep. All right,
1
so
minute.
you only do the left turns once then,
Yeah.
and then if you're still in the hold, you do the racetrack.
Yep.
Okay. This is a beautiful. This is a freaking gorgeous approach. How's our speed looking?
271, but we're at 21,000 feet, so that's fine. All right, so then the question is, what do we do for wind correction? I'm not actually seeing any wins. Do you have wins?
Mm, I got lag right now. Hold on. Did you change something?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm waiting on you.
I got 0 wins.
Okay, yeah. Well, win correction is simple then.
Yeah, FSC Tony B, I'm going to stream tonight.
But how come we have no wins?
But you
Yeah,
don't
we'll vote.
actually have to fly the hold. You can just do the entry and then continue the approach. Well, Cloud Cities, it's not up to us whether or not we can continue on the approach. It's up to air traffic control.
Okay, where are we going now here? Let's see.
Yeah, I'll
Doing
stream
that-
tonight for sure.
Is this doing that deal where it goes haywire?
Oh, is it not? Is it not going to double?
We seem to be off of our LNAV path here.
It's. I'm gonna re-execute the.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, babe. Yeah, it seems to be off. So why did it do? There it goes. So why did it do that?
I don't know. I've seen it do that before.
Do you think it's gonna re-intercept here?
Looks like it should.
All right, folks. So we lost our LNAV right there. Let's make a note of that. Lec 2. Thank you for the
I
follow.
don't mean to alarm anybody, but I
You have a
think
handy reference card to use. Okay,
followed.
I think I've seen this before, but let's see if it's the same one. Permission granted. I should probably have my map zoomed in a little closer.
The other thing you learn, always keep the heading up.
All right, so we're a little high. We're at 13. We're supposed to be, well, at or above 13.7. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good chart there. Exterminator 24. All right, I think we're back on the plan. Maybe. Which map provider? Landsat. Landsat USGS. But try any provider and see what you come up with. But I have a private subscription to Landsat.
Okay, on this chart you posted exterminator. Where's the wind correction?
Oh, it's jacked up again.
Yep.
All right, can you go into heading mode, please?
Almost like it doesn't it doesn't like the
RNAV. Or no.
over like the fact that it's like it's tracking the wrong part of the magenta line or something crazy.
Yeah. All right, can you put in a heading of 13?
We could just go direct to the 13, you mean?
Yeah, 13. Is it in heading mode? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. And let's go into vertical speed. Well, we can probably... Do you think the VNAV is going to stay intact? Probably not. Can you dial
I
in...
think that's okay.
What's that?
I think that's okay. We're trying to get down to. I mean, we don't have an altitude, but we just have to be above 13,000 or 13,700. We're okay. I'm trying to look up what the frequency is for Red Bluff, but core flight is me here.
See, it's not flying the VNAV either. Can you put in a vertical speed of negative 1,000?
Okay, why do you say it's not flying the VNAV?
Because we're supposed to be at 13.7 and 6 miles. Oh, at or above, though, huh? No, never mind. No, we're fine. Can you go ahead and... Well, yeah, 12.2, we're fine. We'll have it stop at 12.2. See, the problem is in 8, 9, 10, 13 miles, we're supposed to be at 9,000 feet. That's why we need to go down. So, it's just toast, cottage cheese, and cantaloupe. Or in Australia, they call it what? You get 500 John fly miles if you can tell me what do they call cantaloupe in Australia. Or maybe the UK, I don't know. Okay, so.
All right, red table is 1130. Let's go ahead and dial that in.
Holding is a piece of toast. Yes. The question is what would have happened to us on PE if we had let the IXEG follow its plan the way it did?
Okay, so hold on. We're like really not in good shape here because we're passing red table
We're fine. Just follow my commands.
left.
Okay, turn. Turn heading 350, please.
What are we doing?
We're just going to go outbound and then come back in for the a manual step-down approach. We need to watch our speed.
Yeah, it's interesting. It has us all the way down at 210. Oh, you set our speed mode to 210.
I did not. It did.
It did?
Uh-huh. What in the world? Is it raining? It's raining.
Cool.
I've never seen rain on the IXEG windshield before. Can you go flaps 1, please?
Okay.
Actually, you can go to flaps 5.
Where are we going right now, though? We're like
Don't worry,
Supposed to be-
I got us.
supposed to be turning inbound, though.
Not yet.
What? But we're so many miles. We're like 8 miles past the DME, right?
Yeah, we're not. We've got to be at 12,200. Well, okay.
Hey, are we
Just
trying
follow.
to find the hold or not?
I'll do it. It's good. I'm just looking at the approach plate. Go ahead. Turn heading 150.
50?
Oh.
Doing a right turn.
Yeah, you want to do left turn. I should have specified. And one more notch of flaps because we want to be on flaps 5 at this speed.
What heading is 150?
Runway heading.
Why would we fly runway heading though? Aren't we trying to do this hold? No.
No, we're trying to land. We'll practice the hold. We know how to do the
Okay.
hold, but we're not doing the hold because our plane did not even fly the RNAV approach. Okay, turn landing lights on.
Okay.
And also, are our flaps not syncing? Because I was asking for flaps 5.
Okay, flaps 2. All right, flaps 5. Sorry about that. Mostly I just want to know what we're doing. But
Yeah.
Okay. He's busy eating a sandwich during his landing, you know. It's perfect timing. Makes total sense. It was a very hectic cruise. Didn't have a chance to do that during cruise.
Yeah. This is interesting how we got IMC.
Broken at 11,000.
Yeah, we can maintain. All right, we're good. We're good here for the moment. We want to stay above that little mountain up right ahead of us.
Goes without saying. We're actually supposed to be at 13,700 or above.
Yeah, technically. Okay, can you turn right 5 degrees, please? Or sorry, left 5 degrees.
145? Okay.
Yeah. And we can go flaps 10.
Flaps 10?
All right, go. I'm going to take the heading indicator here for just a little bit.
I'll slow us to 180. 190, I guess.
All right. I'm increasing our altitude a little bit.
You're increasing our altitude?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Okay. To 14,300. All right. You're turning us where?
Back toward the approach. This is not the way you should do it on pilotage tonight.
Well, our
folks.
passengers are getting a good ride.
Very
Get a
scenic.
good view of this hill. Yeah. Yeah. But aren't we...
We're just crossing over double red table.
Okay. Yeah, we're way below the minimum safe altitude in the area.
Is that the runway up there? Oh, snack. All right, can you take our speed down to 180?
Okay, slow to 180.
And let's go flaps 15, please.
All right, flaps 15. Getting the no gear horn.
You can put gear down.
Getting the horn as well.
No.
If sounds muted.
All right. Can you
All
turn
right,
autopilot
gear down.
off?
Autopilot off.
Yeah.
Okay.
And speed brakes, please. And also, when you have a moment, auto brake max.
Speed brakes out 1, or do you want full out?
Full out. Because we're going to drop.
Auto brake max.
And let's do flaps 25.
All right, flaps 25.
And I'm not going to pay attention to chat right now, folks. Sorry. Because this is going to be an interesting event tonight. Let's put it that way.
What do you want is your speed here? Because you still got throttle. Well,
Yeah,
throttle's out,
150, please.
150?
Yes.
You want to just slow to VREF?
That's fine, too.
Plus 5?
That's fine.
That's
Talk back to your captain.
130?
It's good. And flaps 30, just because... Well, flaps 30 minimum speed is 185. So, yeah, flaps 30 is fine.
Okay.
Maybe we should take the Navajo tonight.
I think this is steeper than 6 degrees.
Oh yeah, this is
1,000.
okay. Can you arm the speed brakes, please?
Sure.
No, we're gonna go missed. We'll see if we can do a.
All right, flaps 10. You
50,
pull up.
No.
40,
Okay, flaps 10.
And we want to go right to. We're going to go up to 14,000 feet. Gear up. And we want to do. After we clear this mountain, we're going to turn right to Linz. And auto throttle up to 250, please. Okay, so I'm gonna make a. Wow, I don't think this is what they. What?
Follow the LNAV path on the flight director, and that'll take you to Linz, I believe.
Okay, you want to select Command A? Do we trust the LNAV?
I would just fly the LNAV by hand here.
Okay. All right, I'm making a slow turn to Linz because we're not too high above. We're not too far from the mountain tips, the mountaintops. For some reason, you can go ahead and put the gear in a off position and flaps up.
But we're only at 160. I don't think we want to put flaps up yet.
I think the flaps are slowing us down.
We have the wrong flap setting. We'll try flaps 5.
All right, I'm making. What's interesting is that heading is not to lens.
Not?
Nope. The magenta line is not going to lens.
It looks like it on my plane.
Nope. Lens is north, and we were flying south.
No, not the dash line, the solid magenta line.
Oh,
We're past the solid magenta line on your display. But I'm saying just fly the flight director path.
yeah. Well, where's the flight director path? You mean you're talking by heading, just using the heading, not the.
No, I'm talking about the vertical bar on the flight director with the lateral path.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm just flying the lens.
Yeah. Well, you're basically following it now. Okay. We're climbing past 14,000 here. So you want to descend. I can put the autopilot on if you want.
Yeah, that's fine. And you can put in a vertical speed of minus 500.
Why is the autopilot not happy? Are you still steering?
Yeah, go ahead. Now go.
Like
I'm
you're
syncing
still
our heading bug. There we go.
Okay, you know what we also failed to do? And this is pretty bad. Oh, no.
What's going on with our plane right now? It's weird. It's like wanting to turn right.
Yeah, because if you look on the outside, we have right speed brakes deployed, but not left.
Oh. That is bad.
Is that a brake? Is that a failure?
I'm going to turn our
I think
auto.
that's a failure. You might have overspeeded the speed brakes or something.
All right, well, I'm going to hand fly it then.
Okay, I'll take us out of autopilot mode.
Do we still have speed brakes down on one side?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
Oh no, now we don't. What do we do to fix that?
Well,
Did
I
you
turned
fix
the auto
failures?
brake off, but that shouldn't have done anything.
That's weird.
Okay, I'm going to re-engage. We'll do heading mode, vertical speed. Yeah. I'm putting this plane through its paces for sure.
All right, I'll retract the flaps.
I'm gonna. You could set our altitude to 13,400, please.
Okay, do you want to fly the follow the VR back to Red Bluff now?
No, I'm going to
Alright.
do the localizer approach this time and see what happens. We're going to fly to Jargu in here in just a moment. But can you tune in 111.15 into nav 1?
111.15?
Yeah, 111.15.
Okay.
And then I'm going to...
What's that?
That is the localizer.
Roulette table open. This flight has a roulette table. Okay. Landing at 220. Okay, looks good.
So why did that plane go off of its LNAV to begin with?
I don't know.
So
That's not great.
obviously the GPS Foxtrot approach is not working in the IXEG. Or was it pilot error? No, we did everything right. Flaps 5, please.
Slow us down.
Landing gear down, please.
Landing gear down.
So how many feet per minute does it take to go 2 miles and go, let's see, if I want to go 500 feet in 2 miles?
500 feet down.
Yeah.
So you take the number of miles. If you have to descend 1,000 feet, you multiply that by 3 to get the number of miles, right? So it's like 3 miles to go 1,000 feet. So 1.5 kind of a standard rate descent. What feet per minute is 500? Wait, you want to drop? Why just 500 feet?
Because I want to go from Jargu to Kaiser all the way down the localizer approach. Dropping about 500 feet per 2 miles. That should be like a serious vertical speed drop.
Be about 1,400 feet per minute, I think. 100 maybe. You're intercepting it at Kaiser.
Going just past Jargu at this point. Okay, can you put in negative 1,400, or go to negative 2,000 feet per minute down to 11,000. Oh, yeah, you can put in 9,400, that's fine.
No, that was just temporary.
And then flaps 10.
Do we arm the localizer?
Sure. See, we're too high. We're way too high.
10.7 out.
Oh, crap.
We're
The
supposed to be-
localizer's taking us off again. Is our course? The course is the problem. All right, let's just fly this manually again. Damn it. Okay, set our speed for VREF. Do flaps 30, or sorry, flaps 15.
This is indeed a hard airport to get into. Okay, speed brakes, full out.
Because, yeah, you come over this mountain and you just have to drop like a rock.
Sink rate. Sink rate. 1,000. Sink rate. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up.
Oh, there we go.
Terrain. Pull up. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
Okay, let's go. We got speed brakes out. Can you arm the auto brakes, please?
Okay.
Is our autopilot off, right?
Yep.
Okay. Flaps 30. Can you turn auto throttle off?
Okay, auto throttle off.
1,000.
Be at idle. Why is it not at idle?
Because I'm controlling the speed. I don't want to. Oh,
right.
snack. It's
Retracting speed brakes. Okay, our throttle's forward. Now it's
this.
idle.
All right, prepare, brace, brace, brace.
500. Sink rate. 400. 200. Sink rate. 100. Sink rate. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay, reverser's on. Okay, can you clean up the flaps, please? We'll go to manual braking and auto brake off.
Okay. You have different scenery than me.
Good thing we weren't in IMC. You damn right.
What
alright.
scenery do you have? You have better or different scenery than me.
Better or different or both?
Better.
All right, taxi light on. Landing lights off. Strobes off. Navs off. Your bio bags are located in the seat pouch in front of you. Oh, that's not an easy approach. I'm telling you right now. By the way, it was 236 on the landing, even though the landing rate plugin is not designed for tube liners. And we're getting... You got to get the same scenery as me, I guess. Same altitude, though, I'm hoping.
Yeah, that part seems okay.
Okay.
Almost the same. I'm like slightly above you, or yeah, slightly off the ground.
All right. Well, how much fuel do we have left? 1290 in each tank. 1290 and 1320 for me, anyway.
Yep. Okay, let's see here. So, do some debriefing.
Jsnapp1980 finally gets it. I didn't catch if anyone else caught it, but Oof.
Yeah, I don't even have.
500 John 5 mile bot miles given to Sjnapp1980 for the correct answer. In Australia, cantaloupe is known as rock melon. He got it 3 missed approaches ago. He's like, well, now that he's on the ground, he's going to pay attention. All right, ready for a replay, Justin?
Yep.
Okay. You think I have the gateway scenery?
No, I think you might have something. Yeah, maybe you have gateway. There is.
I think I have something.
Something by
I think I have that
R-
one. On the
RD
org.
Nav. This.
That's not a bad landing, actually. Good job, guys. Well, kinda. Your passengers arrived alive. Yeah.
Yeah, so part of the issue is just it's very hard for this plane to do that glide slope, right?
All in all, though, I must say that's not too bad. Don't
The other
bring.
issue is, how did you do the reverse, sir? Did you use your lever again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to use the toggle when you're doing Smart Copilot.
Why?
Because I don't get a reverse action.
You get the plane slowing down, though.
Yeah, but I get a massively glitching situation.
Oh, okay. I don't have. I got to map a button then. What button did I
Yeah.
do for that?
I always use the target button on my White Tech
Okay.
joystick, but you have a yoke, so I don't know.
Not bad, but when landing, don't bring the nose down until you are on the ground. Okay, so here is. Okay, we'll do it in slow motion, right? So at this point, I need to get the plane down, and my wheels touch right there. So my nose down went down early is what you're saying. Okay. Oops. Mermos, thanks.
Heavy's last comment. Thunderstorms are predicted. That's good. That'll make tonight fun. All right, I'm gonna step away for a couple minutes. Is that okay?
Yep.
All right.
There we go. That's the view I wanted, finally. But still hold the flare. Okay. I didn't want to hold the flare too much because I think my speed was a little bit higher than VREF. We'll watch one from the tower. Oops. Yeah, there we go. I guess we're really not watching from the tower. We're free floating. Yeah, sometimes I'll even crunch on fruit. But it's interesting. I've never heard, or I've never seen microphone spelled that way. I've never heard microphone spelled that way. It's kind of a cool spelling. I also have some cottage cheese. It's kind of interesting too, but it doesn't make as much sound. Sometimes you have to lower the nose a bit to force it down and land. Plop it down. These babies float like crazy. Yeah. I think given the runway distance that I had left, I think it was good just to get her down. I mean, that was hand flown all the way. I mean, there was no... Yeah, it was hand flown the entire way.